Right, welcome back to more knowledge. In this one I'm basically taking a look at more James knowledge. And came across this film with Yojimbo. It's a Japanese samurai film. The first thing what you notice about this week is the gym. Right? So you're talking about basically the James Code, right? The James Code again, right? And the interesting little story in it is about running, right? Comes to a town divided by two criminal gangs and decides to play them against each other, right, to free the town, right? So obviously this was based on the hero James, right? Yeah, I think it was this Kurosawa who wrote the story, right? We know they've got big connections into Japan and that, right? Yeah, the royal court and the Japanese court are very closely linked in that, right? And as you see here, right, the Yojimbo basically translates in the bodyguard, right? The bodyguard. So, you can basically see the bodyguard idea as Freemasonry, right? It's the royal bodyguard, right? Of course, that explains that movie which was Whitney Houston, that Whitney Houston movie, didn't it? The Bodyguard. There's the code. So this is basically what Freemasonry is, really. The Jim and James. In this story, this samurai or whatever plays off two sides against each other, right? So apply this to the James, right? So James, right? James representing the royal court, right? Plays off two sides against each other, right? So basically, this is the transes and the naturals, right? James created the transes, right? Or the royal court created the transes, right? And then they play them off against the naturals. So it's like that's what this symbolises, this story, see? The James figure with the sword, right? And playing off the two sides against each other. And obviously being in the middle, standing above everyone else, like the type of royal idea, right? Bodyguard, Freemasonry, see? So the sort of playing the two sides off, with transes against naturals in sort of daily life. Because the things that brainwash transes with, like, naturals are scum, they're evil, they're sort of, responsible for all the sort of the history of warfare in the world and all this, all that type of hex what they've created, really. And they're probably the Freemasons believe it, see, because they've brainwashed the sort of Masonic people and the people out of their tea program and all that with this type of idea, right? So they're playing off that side against naturals. Then your naturals are hexed by TV and crap like that, so they're hexed over here. So they're playing off the two sides, see, vying for supremacy, see. So the James, it's about the royal court vying for the supremacy. So one playing off two sides against each other. And this movie was remade, right? They got that is Fistful of Dollars. Very much more famous than that. And also a Bruce Willis one that was remade as. So they obviously love their story, they like the story, right? Again, that same story was remade as this one, Last Man Standing. So again, that's representative of the James type of figure, right? Last man standing, the royal court, people are last men standing at the end of it all, right? That's what they're hoping for anyway, right? And with this Bruce Willis as John Smith. And you might remember John Smith is the name out the Pocahontas story, right? So again, we're looking at the same codes. credited remake of the Yojimbo, the Bodyguard. Obviously very famous one, this. Yeah, the Bodyguard. One of the first appearances of the another thing here, read the Royal Bodyguard. Again, based on the same code of a unit bodyguard of Freemasons, right? Yeah. David, there's the Jason, the Janus. Yeah, series of 6, as I was putting them into 6 for the hex. So all coded stuff. You also see more codes, see with the eunuch becoming the bodyguards, confidential advisors, ministers, and the eunuchs in the Ming dynasty, the emperor's bodyguards. But I always see the type of eunuch bodyguard idea in the historical stuff, see? The eunuch bodyguards. There's Royal Guard with military. Was wearing a bit of a dress. Sour Khan. So these are 10 to 1, these are going to be eunuchs as well, see? An elite. An elite unit of the eunuchs, eh? Anytime you see this word, see, it's basically referring to where eunuchs. It's Royal Arch. The political rule for the eunuchs. Javan God. Javan God politician, see? Javid, but very much a eunuch. And yes, Dave resigned there, look. Very much a eunuch, eh? Political eunuch bodyguard. And there's a Juvian. So you got Mila Jovovich, Bogdanova. Very much a superwoman type of tea drinker. See? Very program and that. Trans as you like. Super trans. Jamal Khashoggi. Khashoggi. Jamal Khashoggi. This one to do with Keshik. Of course, all these different empires, see, who overlap. There's only one empire, really, right? And that's why they have sojourners or travellers, foreigners in different countries, see, because there's only one empire really. And the idea of having foreigners in different countries, of course, Walloon. No, the wall is wall straight away. And there's a maison, the house, military house of the king. So it's all these basically, whether it's Russian, French, Mongol, Saudi Arabian, is all the same. They're all the same people, like serving the same empire. You see, only one empire really. All eunuch bodyguards, see, otherwise known as what. You see here that this Khashoggi was the first cousin of Dirty Fayed, companion of Diana, Princess of Wales. So very much a high up elite bodyguard is of a eunuch bodyguards, see? The front line of bodyguards. Walloon gods, God of Valuana. Remember Valerie by the Amy Winehouse. Valhalla. Plenty of walls, of course, like Bob Wall, Max Wall. Plenty of walls, but this one's Bob Wall, one of Bruce Lee's sort of close mates or whatever. Certainly up in trance now, like. Here's a masonry wall. Obviously, when each brick forms to form a wall, see, to form a bodyguard, to protect the royal court, see, that's how it's done. So each brick becomes a part of a wall to protect the royal court, symbolising back to James' idea is, see, Sir Robert Graham was James's most hostile enemy. Sir Robert Graham attacked the king and assassination. Yeah, you've got a Bob Graham code, see? Bob Graham code. American lawyer, orphan politician. Bob Graham round. A little bit of Bob Graham, see? Another code. Senator Bob Graham. Day of 9/11. So this is the one that done the Bible, right? But this one here is an earlier one, an earlier James. Supposedly anyway, right? Born in July 7, 1394, 9 and 3 for like a 13, so that's 2 13s, right? $2. Like the Tudor, see? $2 in here. 27 there, 7 there, 14, so 7's all over for this. particular one, right? So there's a chance that this one just made it up, see. Chance that this one's just made it up.